Hey everyone, I'm finally getting around to doing my video of my planner setup that I use for work. This is my lilac and gold medium-sized kikki planner. And the medium for kikki is like a personal-sized Filofax, the same as the Kate Spade, Wellesley. So this one here I use for work. It was the first planner that I've bought in the groups other than just getting like the regular spiral planners at the store, like the Mead and all of those. It was my first leather planner that I've gotten. And I had sold and traded and done all of these other things with these other planners, but I really love this one and I kept it. But then I moved into pocket size and now I'm moving back into the personal size. So I use this one at work. I couldn't bring myself to sell her because I really loved this planner. And I unfortunately have let it get a little beat up at work because I just throw it in my desk drawer at the end of the night. So it's got a little bit of indents and a little bit of fraying on the band here. But I love the band on it to start because you can stuff this thing so much and it will just keep expanding because of the band. So I do like that rather than a button closure, because the button closures, you can't really stuff them too much without it stopping to button. So I'm going to show you how fat she is. She is a fatty. I mean, you can really stuff this thing. I have so much going on in here and it holds everything. So it is getting this little bend down here. So if I was to take this band off, you'll see that it has bent to take that shape, but I really don't care because I always have a completely full planner, so I'm always going to need it to expand for me. So this is what I use to work. I do work in a call center. I'm one of the supervisors, so I have many duties on a daily basis that I have to take care of, so I keep track of those in here. And I always have meetings and things like that I'm always using my notepads for. So this is it. So inside here, I don't really use the pockets for much. Sometimes I'll put paper clips, but right now I have them all being used to hide because I have personal information on customers and my employees in here, so just names. So I do have all of the paper clips being used at the moment, but usually I have cute little paper clips in here. I keep this. It was one of the little things that I got in one of my list pads, so it just has a monthly quick glance calendar. And then just back here I have some more papers that just have things to do, lists of things to do for work. So I finally made a dashboard for this morning, and because I do use it every day and I just want to see something pretty when I open it up. So I just used a gold glitter paper. Now when I do my dashboards and I add things to it, I do not like the creasing that I get in the laminator. So what I do is I laminate everything separately. So this sheet, the gold sheet, it's just plain on the back. It was laminated separately, and then this Project Life card was laminated. I did round off the corners with my corner chomper, and then I punched this love with the Teresa Collins Fiskars Love Punch, and then I laminated that as well. And then I just used double-sided tape to adhere it all together because, like I said, I like the dimension of it, but I just don't like the way that it comes out in the laminator when you put all of it together because it has gaps and spaces. So I just do it all separately. So any of my dashboards that you see that have multiple layers, they're all done separately, and I like that because if you ever change your mind, you can just seriously just peel it off and then put a different color down, a different card. So there's the dashboard. Then the next thing that I have here is, this used to be the opening, that's why some of these are wrinkled, but I just have a bunch of different sticky notes that I have here, so just in case I need to jot down something. I've used all of these. I got to find another one of that size to put in there. Then I just have a yearly calendar, just so I can get a quick glance. And, all right, so here I have, this calendar was given to me by my job, and it's by At a Glance. It's a desktop calendar that has two holes punched in it, the one at the top and the one right here, because it's in the stand that just sits on your desk, but I couldn't use it that way, so I had to make it work for me. So I took it off. I punched it with my Rapesco 6-hole puncher to make it personal sized for me for this planner, and that's why I have the extra little hole here, but honestly, it doesn't bother me. So these here are just little, on one side it has notes that you want to do for the month and projects, so I fill those in every month. And then these are inserts that are day on 2-page. So you get the date nice and big up here, you get the day of the week, the month, and the year, And then these start at like 7 a.m. and go half hourly throughout the day until about 5. I don't work traditional work hours. I don't work a 9 to 5 or anything like that. I work 3:30 in the afternoon until midnight Eastern Standard Time. So what I do every single day is I just cover that with washi. I don't work weekends, so the ones that don't have it on there is a weekend date. So I just cover that here. And then over here you have the current month calendar. Down here you have the previous month and the next month. And then it gives you the date again down here. So I have daily duties that I have to do, so I keep track of my breaks and lunches here and if I exercised or not, because I like to keep track of that. If I have to cover the floor because I work in a call center and I have to respond to email, so kind of anything that I do on a daily basis I put over here. If I have meetings with anybody, I just keep track of who they are, what we met about, and the times over here because I have to keep track of that. So, I mean, I have a couple of months worth of these in here at any given time. See, this is what they look like before they're covered with the washi. So it will throw me off. I can't focus, so I have to cover that. That's why I just use the washi. And then I just put a little sticker. So I have a couple months worth of those in here. I don't even use the ruler because I had made these paper clips for other planners that I had, and then I just brought them to work. So this is just a super sticky Post-it. I put them back to back, and then I laminated it, and then I just used glossy accents to adhere it. I pulled it a little bit too much, so then I just put a piece of tape over it, and it stuck, so I'm happy with it. And then another one that I just made from my bow tie punch. So there's that section. The next section is, these are just, I have to do call monitoring. Yes, when we work in a call center, the supervisors, we do listen to phone calls, so I just score those on these sheets here. And then the next section, it's just a bunch of punched list pads from Target that I had. So that's all of these, all different ones. And I keep a lot of paper because I have to write things down all day long. If I speak to a customer on the phone and I need to make a note of something, I just grab my planner. I go into meetings with this planner. It's always with me, so I always have tons of paper. That's why it's so thick. It's because of all the list pads. Like, this is all the list pad section just right here. And then this came with the kikki. It is the kikki, so it has the notepad in the back pocket here. I've just left that in there. I barely use it, though. And then the last thing I keep in here is a pen gem. As you guys have seen from most of my picture posts on Instagram and Facebook, I always have a pen gem. So this one here, I have my rainbow purple one. And I actually put I'm going to do a review of my pen gems as well, but I switched the ink out to be the purple ink. So that's just the purple. So I like to just keep it all purple pen, purple ink. So I'll do a review of those. You can catch that on another video, but that is my work planner. It's stuffed, it's full, it helps me every single day at work. I know I've asked questions in a lot of the Facebook groups, haven't gotten really a lot of responses, so I just wanted to share this because I know that there's probably others out there wondering how you use a planner at work other than something like an Erin Condren, but the layout doesn't really work for me for everything that I have to do, so this just works out so much better. So I hope that this gave you some inspiration on how to use a planner at work or even personally, because just because it's not an insert that's made for a personal size planner, because these are a little bit short, it still will work. And I actually, because I've used this system, I've gone through so many different planner systems and inserts, but I've actually kept this system in this planner since January 1st. So I just bought these same exact inserts and bought a personal turquoise domino planner for everyday carry, and I'm in love with it. It's because I found insert piece, so now I can use the planner around the inserts, because these really work for me because I have so much to track on a daily basis at work, but also personally. I track my meals, I track lots of different things. I'll do a video on that, but these inserts just work so well for me. So if you don't mind them being a little short, but it's something that you think that you would be able to use, go for it. They're by at a glance. They work. I mean, I've been using them. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but if it is, great. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.